Okay, so we are live on social media right now. Giving it a second since I just pushed the live button. If you've been watching us on TV through most of the evening and afternoon, we've had a couple tornado warnings here. One rolled through Hobbs around 3:45. It was a confirmed tornado. We have another tornado warning for Lee County. And the reason why I went ahead and popped on here on social media is because we have a football game ongoing. Thank you, John. So we have a football game ongoing on NBC. So I didn't want to cover it. We do have the crawl running. We could do a little bit more in-depth coverage here on social media. So around 3:45, a tornadic thunderstorm rolled through Hobbs. Good news is from emergency management, we didn't get any reports of damage around the town, but there is some flooding on some of the streets. So they're asking people, hey, if you don't have to be out, just stay home for at least right now. But this tornado warning goes until 5:15. Possible tornadoes right along 176. In fact, I'm going to zoom in. I have to step back to our computer right back here and kind of zoom in and get you to a street level here, or a little bit closer and look. Again, this is a rural area of Lee County. We turn on the velocity, and there's a good bit of wind in this storm. So red is going away from the radar at Midland. Green is going towards the radar down in Texas at Midland. And where those two meet, which is right here, is where we have a possible tornado moving to the east-northeast. It's taken a little bit more of a right turn instead of moving more like this. So Hobbs is at the top of your screen, right above our white banner here. Eunice is more in the path of this possible tornado. And it's really weird how this works with a TV market situation. Lee County watches us here in Albuquerque and Roswell and stuff like that. Eunice it's kind of an interesting thing here. More people more than likely watch Midland or Lubbock television there than they do get from our signal from Roswell or Albuquerque. But we know people have friends and family that live in Hobbs and Lee County. And after the rough weather we've had in the last couple of hours, I went ahead and popped on just to give everybody an alert of what's going on. That's a pretty tight rotation here. Again, red going away, green going towards the radar. Where they meet is your possible tornado. Now sitting right along 176. We're about to enter the intersection here of New Mexico Highway 8. This is moving to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. So if we're lucky enough, this may split the difference here between Hobbs at the top of the screen and Eunice here as it continues to push to the northeast. So I'll go ahead and put the regular radar back on, and this is what you're used to seeing. It's rainfall mode. And we're starting to see a little bit of what we call a hook echo. I do want to move up here real quickly, show you Lovington. No tornado warning here. Now this thunderstorm warning did have a tornado possible tag as it was moving through Lovington. It is now east of New Mexico Highway 206. As this continues to push to the east, large hail, damaging winds possible with this thunderstorm. Good news is, here's the back end of what we call the dry line of the thunderstorms. Once this pushes through, the severe threat ends for your location here in Lee County, but we still have about another hour or so to go with that. You see Hobbs at the bottom of the screen, just some rain right now, not much in the way of any kind of severe weather. But what I can do is I'll actually rotate this radar back a little bit, and we'll show you the storm that came through earlier this evening right there. We had a tornadic thunderstorm roll through Hobbs around 3:30 to 3:45. It did have a confirmed tornado with it, but that has since moved on. We look at now and comparing where the storm is to where it's going. It is moving slowly to the northeast. There's that current storm we're watching. In fact, I'll go ahead and limit this back to the last hour. And you see that it is moving more south of Hobbs. But still, we have a really pretty decent rotation with this right here. And I'll circle it. It's the best I can do. But red, green touching, that's where the tornado possible is, moving to the east, northeast. 30, 35 miles per hour. I've been watching a couple of storm spotters on this. They say that we do have a rotating wall cloud with this thunderstorm. And as it continues to push to the east, it's moving into a better environment. So what I'm going to do is step back to the Weather Center here and read what we got on the National Weather Service chat, which I do have on my phone here. So, possible tornado with this thunderstorm now, at least as of 5:02. Storm spotters did report a rotating wall cloud with dust under it. So what that may be doing more than anything is producing some strong winds with this as it continues to push to the east. Hobbs, you are not in the tornado warning. You were in a severe thunderstorm warning for possibly some large hail from this thunderstorm, but the tornadic threat may pass just south of the town, closer to Eunice. We'll take all this off. And we'll put the tornado warning back on here. It expires at 5:15 for Lee County. And again, the way this storm is moving, it's possible, Hobbs, you may not get the worst part of this thunderstorm. Where you see these purples and pinks here on radar, that's large hail falling as it continues to progress to the northeast. South side of town, you may get more of the heavy rain and hail this time, but the tornado will pass further south close to Eunice as it continues to the east-northeast around 30 miles per hour. We only have about 8 minutes left on this tornado warning. I'll stay with you at least until 5:15, until the quarter of the hour to see if this tornado warning is extended. But again, it's good news for the town of Hobbs. You may not have the worst tornado threat from this thunderstorm. It may pass to your south. Eunice is in the tornado warning right now. New Mexico Highway 8 runs right here. You've got New Mexico Highway 176 that runs right here. US Highway 180 is right here. So it only clips part of US 180. The original thunderstorm moved more like this. This thunderstorm will move more like this with the possible tornado now about 7 miles west of Eunice. I'm going to kind of go in here and check what the National Weather Service has. We don't have much in the way of any kind of updates. It looks like we still have a possible tornado southwest of Hobbs. Actually, they just updated it. So this was just as of a few minutes ago. A confirmed tornado was located 8 miles west of Eunice, or 13 miles west of the airport. Actually, 8 miles west of Eunice Airport, 13 miles west of the town of Eunice, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. So this is now a confirmed tornado on the ground with this tornado warning that runs until 5:15. We can actually, we have a product here in the weather department, we call this debris tracker. It's been a while since we've had to use that term, and that looks really messy. And to a lot of people, you're probably thinking, okay, what is this? Where you see the pinks and a little bit of those yellows, that is the radar saying the correlation is all the same. It's all the same size, nothing's different about it. But if we had something like this blue spot where we think the tornadic rotation is, which would sit about right here, if there was a blue spot in a circle around the pink, that would say, okay, yeah, we have a tornado on the ground, and what the radar is saying in that blue is it's not the same shape. So that's like trees, limbs. It could be debris from houses, but we're not seeing that on radar, but we're also looking a long way away. Again, this radar is all the way down in Midland. But storm spotters have confirmed a tornado, thankfully in a rural area part of Lee County along 176. No one should be driving along 176 west of Eunice. No one along Highway 8 between US 180 and 176 as this continues to push toward the northeast. We'll turn wind back on just to give you a feeling of where this tornadic thunderstorm is, or at least the rotation, and I'll kind of zoom in here. Again, right at the intersection there, New Mexico Highway 8, 176, right there is where the possible tornado is. And this is looking a little bit more broad in nature. We have several areas where that's touching, right? You could say we have it right here, that we have it right there and right there. When we looking for a tornado couplet on radar, there's more one location where it's very close together where they meet. So this is good news that it's still broad, but it's still causing a lot of heavy wind, and we did get that report at the top of the hour of a confirmed tornado on the ground. So you got to take this seriously as it continues to push to the east-northeast. Highway 8 right there. The south side of Hobbs is not too far off, right above our banner, so you see where this is moving. just like this. So if you have any friends and family that live south of Hobbs, and we just got a brand new radar scan just there, so it's still sitting right along that intersection, right along Highway 8. If you have friends and family that live south of Hobbs, or maybe they live in Eunice, and I really hope that I am saying the town name correctly, and you can let me know in the comments if I am. This is a little bit more casual since we're not on TV. But that's where this tornado is heading. It is a confirmed tornado as of last check. I will go back to the radar and show you what you're used to seeing, and that is the rain part. You see those purples right there just north of Highway 8? That is large hail, and that is moving more east northeast than it is northeast. So severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the town of Hobbs for a few more minutes. Tornado warning goes until, in this red box, until 5:15. Once this expires, we'll kind of let go of this coverage. But Eunice still in the tornado warning, confirmed tornado as of last check, moving to the east. It would sit right here where you see this little green kind of going in to the red right there on radar. That's where the rotation would be. And if you follow my finger, it's going to go somewhere just like this. So I'd say about 8 miles south of Hobbs, 4 miles, 5 miles south of Eunice, moving to the east-northeast at 30 miles per hour. So this will be in Texas probably in about 15, 20 minutes. They just updated the severe thunderstorm warning. They're keeping Hobbs in that. Large hail, the main threat for the town of Hobbs. And also flooding. The last thunderstorm dropped a lot of heavy rain in about 15, 20 minutes. You're about to get even more heavy rain in town. So just keep that in mind. A couple of the roadways may flood again as this thunderstorm passes through, but the severe part of the thunderstorm may stay just south of Hobbs and Lee County. I'll go with a bigger picture here and show you what's going on across the southeastern part of the state one more time. These are the only 2 thunderstorms we're covering. Clovis, you're dried out now. Roswell, no issues. Carlsbad, no issues. Albuquerque, it's been a beautiful day out there. Lee County is the last area we're seeing a couple of these showers and thunderstorms turn severe, and they're turning severe in a big way for sure, as we have this tornado warning with a likely tornado, at least as of 13 minutes ago, according to the National Weather Service. And so I will double check that one more time just to see what they are saying. So it looks like the new update, they're saying that this thunderstorm here is about to cross a boundary as it continues to push to the east. What does that mean? We have rain-cooled air here to the north. Hobbs, it's cool right now. You're in the 50s as of last check. South of that, we were in the 70s. So that's where that boundary kind of interacts, and it can cause storms to rotate just a little bit, and that's what this thunderstorm did. However, this thunderstorm continues to push to the east-northeast. As it does, it will cross that boundary into more what we call stable air, rain-cooled air. It will cause this thunderstorm to become elevated. Tornado threat goes down. Doesn't mean it won't be severe. The hail threat could actually come up, and that's what we're seeing in these pinks and whites popping up right here, that the thunderstorm is becoming more of a hail producer than it is tornado producing. Tornadoes love warm, moist air. They don't like the cold, rain, stable air. And then so once it crosses into that, it says, okay, tornado chances kind of coming down. The hail and wind threat still may be elevated from that. So we got 1 more minute on this tornado warning. Just checking the National Weather Service one more time before we kind of log off here, and I'll give Hobbs another look. And again, severe thunderstorm warning remains in Hobbs. We can check that. I believe that is until 5:45, and that tornado warning just expired. We have we still have a little bit of rotation there near Eunice. If you are in Eunice, take your safety precautions. Just move inside the house into an interior room. Stay away from windows. You know the drill through severe thunderstorms. For Hobbs, the main chance is going to be heavy rain with some large hail possible, especially on the south side of town. That's where the best chance of large hail and damaging winds may be. But this severe thunderstorm warning in the yellow goes until 5:45. Good news, though, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So what I'm going to do, I'll have another full update coming up tonight around 9 o'clock. We have another winter storm moving in, by the way, across the state. So as severe thunderstorms exit tomorrow, we could have a wintry mix as soon as tomorrow morning for the western part of New Mexico near Gallup. So we'll talk about that at 9 o'clock. We'll talk about how much snow we could see and even the first flakes of the season in Albuquerque by the end of the week. So check us out tonight at 9 after the football game. But some good news, tornado warning has expired for Lee County. Main thunderstorm will stay just south of Hobbs. You're going to have to watch out for still some hail size, maybe up to quarters, and some heavy rain. But best chance of that happening is on the south side of town. If we see another spin up, it would be near Eunice. So if you know anybody there, tell them to get inside their safe place and kind of wait this storm out. Again, see you tonight at 9 o'clock.